Oh shit! We have a new SCP that wasn't a Keter before.
Oh.
When we got the list. Okay. So yeah, because my next SCP was supposed to be 2442. This is 2440. So hold on, let me get an SCP picture for 2440.
Also, it looks like Bookworm is all for an Eldridge God, that being thing that's a socialist.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing a lot of Eldritch God stuff. Oh boy.
That's fun.
We're seeing your search. We're watching you do the search engine thing.
I mean, that's fine.
You know what I think is secretly a mimetic agent? Honey
Why does
buns.
that kind of look like a uterus was drawn on top of that Eldritch being to some extent?
Oh yeah, it kind of does look like that. That's interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna stop looking.
But yeah, I think that honey buns are a mimetic agent because they've taken over my brain.
Alright.
They're not a mimetic agent, it's just sugar is an addictive thing.
Oh no, you can't prove that honey buns aren't aren't a mimetic agent.
Oh, this one's called
Okay.
the Sealed King.
The Sealed King?
Well, I kind of want to read this because I like Eldritch God stuff.
The Seal King. It's just a giant emperor seal.
Well, hopefully the Sealed King is less mysterious than the Eldridge God the D-Class are hiding for just in case.
Also, Bookworm, I don't look up sus shit on my computer.
Yes, you do!
I do
We
that on my...
literally watched you just do it!
That's not sus stuff. That's an SCP picture for the stream.
We saw the other pictures.
Yeah, and that's pictures of the Sealed King.
No. Jerry. Book is implying that Bright's looking up not safe for work materials.
Yeah, I do that
I
on my
know,
phone.
and I'm saying there had to be at least one not safe for work. Whenever you Google something, after all, things come up, and you did not hide your search.
Wait, Bright, you didn't switch to a different screen while doing that searching?
No, she didn't.
No.
Yeah, Bright.
You have the streamer self-preservation instinct of a fucking child.
Bright, just so you know, Google is so unsafe for search engines that even looking up cat can bring up porn. Looking up so many G-rated things can bring up porn. So the fact that you didn't even hide it when you looked made me think you're just a weird pervert.
What the hell? I didn't think anything bad would show up. That's why I just went.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yes.
You can look for the most G-rated things ever, and porn will still pop up.
Alright, time to look
Google
at porn.
finds a way.
Wait, whoops. I actually ruined it on OBS.
Also, why am I the one trying to teach you that it's not safe to show chat your search engine?
Whatever. Anyways. She
You know what? You know what? Actually, I changed my mind. Honey buns aren't a mimetic agent. I am an SCP that causes a spontaneous dematerialization. Dematerialization.
And that's why you should follow the great
buns.
Dr. Bright on Twitch. So you can see her make these types of goofs in real time.
Shut up, Bookworm. Yeah. Also, I love Bookworm's message. Oh, I thought you'd say Festus was a mimetic agent.
Nah.
You know
Nah.
what? I'm gonna look up to see if there's any good pictures of fresh honey buns to show food porn with. Ones without raisins.
Oh my god. You do that while I read the SCP. Anyways, the next SCP is SCP-2440, aka the Sealed King. Alright. Item. SCP-2440. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-2440's existence is to be kept from all individuals lacking at least 4/2440 clearance. Any uncleared individual who learns of 2440's existence is to be issued several rounds of Class X amnestics until researchers agree by an unanimous vote that no more amnestics are required.
Did you just say unanimous?
Unanimous? I don't know why.
Unanimous.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Never
Anyways.
expect her to say everything 100% correct. It's fine.
Shut up.
Oh, I know, but still. Taking the piss out of Bright's pronunciations is half our jokes in these.
Shut up.
Fair enough.
Or need I remind you that I am currently named Debiliation?
Shut up.
Anyway.
A full-time RISA team has been deployed to investigate and scan the Foundation database for possible links to 2440 among the current cataloged SCP objects. A full-time containment teams have been deployed to investigate and eliminate instances of 2440 awareness. In addition, a team is currently active in the field in search of possible hideouts and bases of operation for the Chosen of God and other infected individuals. The total number of personnel aware of SCP-2440 must not exceed 100 individuals at any given time. Description: SCP-2440 is an extra-dimensional entity whose power increases proportional to the number of people who are aware of it. 2440 uses a memetic agent that can be inserted into virtually any source of information, including text, images, verbal phrases, and auditory stimulus. Consciousness recognition in said memetic agent is not necessary, as simple visual recognition is capable of infecting individuals. Infected individuals display at varying degrees of self-control and can differ based on the number of people who are currently infected. In addition, if SCP-2440 reaches a certain degree of awareness, it is capable of overtaking the body of an infected individual and controlling it. The entity is capable of controlling the actions of multiple infected individuals to some degree, but can extend its influence past infected individuals if it reaches a certain degree of awareness in the world. Anti-memetic drugs have been proven effective at resisting most effects of infection, aside from hearing commands from 2440. Inoculated individuals are not compelled to follow these commands, but are capable of hearing them at all times. Anti-memetic drugs lose their effectiveness at the last currently known level of awareness. The following are currently known levels of awareness. Effects are cumulative from level to level. Fewer than 200 individuals infected. Infected individuals demonstrate a heightened interest in literature, images, and movies of the horror, fantasy, or science fiction genre. Said individuals often express interest in writing or sharing these works with other individuals. It is believed to increase the infection rate of the memetic agent. Between 201 and 500 individuals infected, SCP-2440 demonstrates the ability to control a single infected individual for up to 30 minutes. The infected seek to actively infect others and are capable of creating works inserted with the memetic agent through an as of yet unknown mechanism. Between 501 and 1500 individuals infected, SCP-2440 demonstrates the ability to fully overtake the body of an infected individual. The infected are shown to be completely subservient to 2440, and it possesses the ability to speak to all infected individuals at one time. Between 1501 and 10,000 individuals infected, 2440 demonstrates the ability to change shapes at will and possesses reality-bending characteristics. The entity is still not capable of existing outside of a host. Infected individuals demonstrate little interest in activities besides spreading the mimetic agent or carrying out commands from 2440. Over 10,000 individuals infected. 2440 is capable of manifesting itself outside of a host for up to 1 hour. 2440 also possesses vastly expanded reality-bending powers outside of a host and demonstrates the ability to control up to 1,000 infected individuals at the same time. Anti-mimetic drugs are no longer 100% effective at resisting commands. Projected over 100,000 individuals infected. 2440 is capable of manifesting itself outside of a host for up to 2 hours. The entity is capable of opening extra-dimensional portals and creating anomalous objects by itself. All infected individuals are directly under the control of 2440. Projected over 1 million individuals infected. 2440 is fully capable of manifesting itself outside of a host. XK class scenario predicted. The last 2 levels are projections based on documents recovered from the raids of the Chosen of God. However, it is to be noted that these are merely conjectures and the actual distinctions are unknown. In brief occasions, when infection levels exceed 201 individuals, Foundation personnel are able to communicate with 2440. All interviews have concluded that 2440 is inimical to human life, and its only purpose is to infect enough individuals to allow for its full manifestation outside of a host. 2440 is known to infect Foundation documents and attempt to directly attack Foundation resources. In addition, it is believed that 2440 is aware of other organizations such as the Global Occult Coalition, the Serpent's Hand, and the Chaos Insurgency. An organization known as the Chosen of God, solely composed of infected individuals who is currently known to operate under 2440, who they worship. Members of the organization actively attempt to create and spread the mimetic agent through all sources available. Agents of the organization are to be considered highly dangerous and have a capture-on-site response level, with lethal force authorized if necessary. The organization itself is believed to predate the modern incarnation of the Foundation. Addendum. During an assault of the Chosen God compound in the United States, the members attempted to destroy the documents at the compound. Following pieces of documents were saved by the Foundation. Oh fuck, I don't want to butcher its name. The history of Silt La. In the beginning, there was but void. From this void, the old gods were born. Mother Void gave birth to scores of old gods, giving life to the universe in all realities. The old gods were fickle, twisted, and brutal things. They had no purity in them, and they were sought to shape worlds for their own amusement. They created figures in their image to serve them, and to venerate them. Hundreds of worlds and realities were created, blooming into existence by the hands of the old gods. But they were jealous creatures, and coveted the possessions of others. Matul, firstborn of the void and chaos, and most powerful of the old gods, began to convey the prizes of his brothers and sisters of the void. He created scores of horrid beasts as his creations. It flooded the newborn worlds, and the mad gods attempted to slay his brothers and sisters. The others responded with their own creations, and so began a period of darkness. The blood of young life flowed like water. The arrogant gods themselves were never harmed, for in their existence they could not die. They could only be forgotten, but this was so much life to create. This would never happen. For eons, the denizens of the worlds labored in pain and death, eternally chained to their masters. Then there was Shealtla. Shealtla, the firstborn of Mother Void and Father Light, Lord of the gods, devourer of the impure, and the savior of light, was born. He was born of the mother's dark power with the love of his father, and was descended from both. Shealtla, born of light and dark, yet never possessing both, was a true god. He did not create life, he made it perfect. He did not seek to twist our minds to serve for him. He only gave us the tools and power that we needed to live in peace and prosperity. He created great tools and gifted them to us, his true people. The old gods sought to destroy him for this. They could not comprehend a god such as him in their twisted hearts. They believed that no good god cared for his creations. Shealtla, lover of all, did. Matol, firstborn of chaos, raised the armies of his creations and joined with his fellow other kind, the half-brothers and half-sisters of Shealtla, and attacked the savior with his full power. However, many of his creations abandoned him to fight for the one who had promised them peace and power to live free. But the old gods were powerful indeed. For generations, war between Shealtla and the false gods raged. Eventually, as it was foretold in Song of Time, Shealtla and our people prevailed. He challenged Matol, his wicked half-brother, to re-Shefolk single combat of the gods. They fought. The pure god and his twisted elder brother raged in combat for 10,000 suns. Locked in the vicious duel that crossed worlds and space. The force of their blows cleaved mountains, destroyed scores of worlds, and nearly shattered the reality of the universe. But as foretold in the past, Shealtla prevailed. He cast down his brother and cut him down, banishing him and his kind to a realm where forgotten beings and the truly damned lurk. Oblivion. The Prince of Chaos was not without power, however. Matol cursed his brother as he fell, and with the power of the old gods behind him, his dying curse banished Shealtla from our world, preventing him from touching the people that he loves so dearly, and those who love them so. The minds of the people were cleared, that of our Savior and Lord. But there were some of us who remember. We do not forget our Father. The King of all mankind has been stealed away. He is returning one day. The false prophets of the old gods and the newer heretics alike decry Shealtla and deny the gifts that he gave us. They seek to banish him for all eternity. But we are here. We know the truth. The sealed king is returning, and when he does, the tide of his wrath will cleanse this world, and when it does, we will be uplifted to his grace. The return of the god. Praise the great god Shealtla, he who brings fire and death upon his enemies. May he purge the world of the false believers. We labor in the dark, his true servants and his true believers. Those who have received the blessed gift of knowledge, the old demons cast our Lord down and cast his very existence from the minds of the people. We seek to restore him. Welcome, brother or sister. Welcome to the paradise of knowledge. One life, one family. united as the chosen of God. He is ready. It has taken centuries of waiting, but those proud children have been rewarded. He is ready to return to us, with the aid of the ready and willing body. When we receive the next child of God, may he or she be blessed as the one who brought about the return of our Savior and King. Shall Allah be praised. They have come to destroy us. The cold, callous hands of the Foundation have cast down our Lord and Savior. Our Savior returned to us. That caused great havoc in his reappearance. He used his powers to slaughter thousands of heretics and unbelievers. The Foundation responded with soldiers. They attacked us, slaughtering hundreds of our people with their agents and soldiers. The Sealed King cut them down with ease. We thought that we were safe. We thought that we had won today. Then the planes came. 4 times they came, dropping thousands of firebombs. They exploded, cutting us in unholy fire and agony. I was lucky enough to hide in the basement. Most of the rest of our people were not so lucky. They dropped bombs for 2 days on our god. It is weakened to form. You could not withstand this fire, and the Avatar and everyone after the Paris and the flames of the city. They destroyed their own city of false believers to slay us. Our defeat was not fruitless, though. Before he was banished, our Lord slew a great number of people. His wrath upon his slaneful author in our reality slew thousands of people. And he set fire to the city of heretics. The ground shattered where he walked, and the buildings crumbled in his path. They died as heretics must. It is of no importance. We will return as was prophesied in the songs of old. They may come for us now, with their soldiers and their men, but they cannot stop us. We may die, but the knowledge of sealed law is eternal, and the sealed king is coming again. And that is the SCP-2440.
So, I mean, this is a pretty obvious one in terms of where to put it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'm glad it's not real, because if it was, we would be turned into followers quite easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah, since there's since the mimetic agent like seems to spread through fantasy stuffs.
Bookworm. No.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is the fact that, you know, coming from a pagan perspective,
Yeah.
this god is not worth following. Any supposedly loving deity that would purposefully kill billions of people is not worth following. Besides that,
I think it's kind of an eldritch version of the Christian God.
it's got that vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
Just damped up to 11 and having more direct effect on reality. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, even though we have no evidence of the Christian God, those believers have had a direct effect on our reality.
No. No, Buckhorn or not.
Well, I would say that, like, there's as much evidence for any given god as any other god.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, yeah, like, in terms of, like, what ideologies Christianity has perpetuated throughout history, yeah, that's had a very notable and negative effect on reality.
So,
Which is again, as a side note, a shame because
mm-hmm.
I still commonly come back to thinking about the fact that I go off of the basis right? I go off of the assumption that the Christian God is actually a loving God, that Christ is an actual loving God. Okay, with my pagan ass perspective on things. I would hate to be Christ right now, because I can't imagine something more cosmically frustrating and painful as a deity to have their words, like their iconoclastic god of love, having their words twisted into hatred.
Yeah.
Like there's actually very few things that I can think of that's more torturous than that for a deity, in my mind.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
After all evidence basically points to all modifications that have been made to the words of the book over the years and everything else that's been done, and even people who derail from the
Same
modified
book.
book. It's all done to not for the sake of the god they say they believe in, but to grab power and use the loving gods in vain.
Yeah.
So we're putting this
Yeah.
in XK because it already stated
Oh yeah.
it's theorized
Yeah.
to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no question. This is Christian God on crack with direct with a direct effect on all of humanity. Like this is that's terrifying.
It's basically the Eldridge version of what some people want the Bible God to be.
Yeah.
Now,
Christ is
I
be looking at
I
yeah.
will say,
Yeah, look. Yeah, go ahead.
one thing. If like the Chosen of God cult, it started making me think of a cult that's been obliterated in the past, an Ouroboros cycle. I hate bringing it back up, but basically, the kingdom of Alagata. If they were to go toe to
Right.
toe with them, they would be obliterated. Because everyone in Alagata, even like the children, were reality benders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate having to bring that one up because of the creator, but like it has many uses.
Yeah.
The creator doesn't matter to me. The
Yeah.
story still, you can still use the story, you just not like the creator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think the creator should be kicked out and the stories
100%,
kept,
yeah.
but
At the very least, if possible. In
Oh,
all likelihood, if the creator was kicked out, they probably would just out of spite say, take all of my stories down.
oh,
they already had the stories put under Creative Commons, so
yeah,
you
but
can't just
Well, yeah, but the foundation or the wiki pretty consistently like sticks with the rule that if someone asks for their works to be taken off the wiki, they do it.
yeah,
fair
it's
enough.
yeah. I mean, I posted one where a bunch of them were taken off.
Yeah.
Well, if his work is taken off, then it doesn't matter.
If his work is taken off, it's a shame, but yeah, he absolutely should be yeeted.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you watched the video yet, Hatchet, but it was talked about briefly. The second person who also helped with 049 was let's just say they were like Adam and Bright. We'll say. So both
Fun.
creators of that article were bad.
Great. Let's
Yeah.
see, 049, that's the plague doctor, ain't it?
Yeah.
It'll suck to lose a plague doctor, but we can make better.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? And this Keter's nickname is sometimes therapy is merely painful truths.
It's not wrong.
Not wrong.
But the one thing that makes me think something bad happened is this article has been rewritten to its current form after the events of Incident 2442-03. The previous version may be found in document 244201. So something happened. Oh yeah, might as well should. This was the only picture I could get of this SCP, and funny enough, it looks like a Pokemon card.
That was there an SCP trading card game out there that we don't know about?
I mean, if there is, I'm gonna fucking go broke.
You're gonna spend your life savings on booster packs that has nothing but fucking like 096 in it.
Look, I have to get the $1,000 Charizard. Sorry.
Listen, I have to get the $1,000 gold star tickle monster. Okay, so how long is this thing?
Not super, like, even like when I opened the links, they weren't that long. It's not super long.
Mm. Yeah, all right. Yeah, then I guess I'll read this one.
I just saw at the bottom there's a bunch of 05 messages. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, there's at least one 05 message.
Oh my god. Bookworm gotta contain them all. SCP.
Contain them all. SCP. Team Rocket is replaced with Serpent's Hand.
Instead of energy packs, I guess you like draw containment rooms.
Oh my god, that would be perfect.
Or MTF.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
I
my
guess
god. Yes, there are SCP trading cards.
Well, we could always make our own. But let's not.
I mean, we're probably looking at a picture of one of them.
But it's from AliExpress, which is a cheap Chinese knockoff of.
AliExpress is literally something that's been shown that they sometimes steal your credit card information.
Yeah.
Along
Fun.
with Temu. Temu also does that.
Trading card archives. That's more trusted.
Listen. If it takes my credit card information being stolen, then so be it. I'm gonna have all of the trading cards.
Okay, I'm only gonna show this because apparently this card isn't. These cards aren't the same as this before we read the SCP because these cards are dope as shit, and you can get them not at AliExpress. They probably just get taken from They're probably just cheap knockoffs on AliExpress. But these cards look dope as shit. Hold on. I'm gonna put it in stream planning.
Not recording live stream VC?
Oh yeah, I could do that. Hold on. I'll also send it to Bookworm.
Oh, that's cool.
That's 682.
It also looks like the image is corrupted as fuck.
Which is, I like that art. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, did you send it? Oh, you sent it in DMs too.
only to Bookworm. Did I send it to the wrong person? Yes, I sent it to Hatchet.
Yes, you sent it to me. Idiot.
Wait, what the fuck? Why do you make me Meowth? What the hell?
Because you're Meowth now, motherfucker.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna look for that. I'm not gonna spend money immediately. But anyways. Hatchet, your SCP is 2442. Sometimes therapy is merely painful truths.
Why are you saying it like we're in the middle of class?
I'm just
I have
reading the
to-
nickname.
Well, yeah, but you said like your SCP is 2442. Like you're assigning me an SCP to read in front of the class.
Shut up.
Welcome to SCP trigonometry. I don't know. Welcome to SCP Anonymous.
Welcome where we try to solve the math question about bear. I love that SCP. We're just
Yeah, that's a funny one. Okay. This article has been rewritten to its current form after the events of Incident 2442-03. The previous version may be found in document 2442-01. Item number SCP-2442. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. SCP-2442's containment room is fitted similar to a restricted environmental simulation therapy rest chamber with no access to light and as much sound reduction as possible. At least 3 containment rooms on 3 different sizes exist. With 2442 occupying one of them. 2442 is monitored at all times by at least 2 agents. If 2442 begins to vocalize at any time, it must be sedated and administered Class A amnestics. Any activities that could give a sense of structure to the passing of time are to be avoided or randomly scheduled. Should a containment breach occur, 2442 is to be sedated and returned to one of its containment rooms if possible. If all containment rooms have been destroyed in the breach, 2442 is to be distracted with communication with a site director until a containment room can be constructed. The site director is authorized to provide as much information as necessary to maintain the distraction, but should avoid vital data where possible. Description: 2442 is an actively hostile, anomalous humanoid capable of causing the disappearance of anything it is aware of. In order to activate its main effect, 2442 will behave as if it is bringing the attention of an unknown entity to an object, usually through verbal indication. The object will disappear within 12 hours through an unknown means. 2442 is considered capable of other forms of reality manipulation, including creating voices that respond to its words. It is potentially anomalous. It is potentially anomalously persuasive, capable of convincing other personnel of its claims. 2442 also displays gradually increasing resistance to amnestic drugs. The full extent of 2442's anomalous effect is unknown. Any requests for a more extensive description are to be sent to the site director of Site 2442 of the site 2442 is currently contained at. Any claims 2442 makes are to be completely ignored. They are unsubstantiated and are to be considered delusions. That was added by 0510. Incident 244201. On how are we doing this? Is this American time? No, this is European time. So, on the 4th of February 2003, containment of SCP-2442 failed. In recapturing 2442, the Foundation experienced heavy losses. Multiple Foundation personnel were recorded to have aided SCP-2442 after speaking to it. Surviving personnel involved have been considered compromised and were terminated after amnestic treatment had failed. Excerpts of Incident Log 2442-01. Access to level 4 personnel or above only.
Oh, it has
Begin.
this special meshes. Look at it when you click it.
It's final course. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Only when the news sings its final chorus. Password accepted. Begin log excerpt. 302. SCP-2442 is seen holding Agent Redacted outside of 2442's containment cell. Agent Redacted had dropped the sedative that should have been administered to 2442 during the breach. Agent Redacted. Is this true? What was the point of this? What was the point of everything? 2442. You already know the answer. Blank redacted. Could you help me, please? Help her. Agent Redacted gets up and begins to lead 2442 out of the sight of the camera. Agent Redacted. This way. Tell you everything I know. You're kinder than the description frames you, you know? Agent Redacted is lost approximately 35 minutes later. 1600 hours and 7 minutes. What is that? 4 p.m. Yeah. So 4 p.m. SCP-2442 is seen observing the containment room of SCP data lost. SCP-2442, does this remind you of anyone? Followed by the sound of a woman crying from an unknown source and the spontaneous appearance of water in the air beside 2442. 2442. It's okay. Trust me. We can work through this together. Just trust me. 2442 is seen reaching to the drops of water, wiping them off. It cups the air with both hands, holding. Following speech is in hushed tones and is not picked up by the microphone. 2442 leaves the hallway. SCP data lost is lost approximately 3 hours later. The full incident log may be found at incident log 2442-0, access to incident log 22 or 2442-01. I meant 01 earlier. Is restricted to level 5 or above personnel. Unauthorized attempts to access incident log 2442-01 will be met with severe punishment by order of O5 command. Incident 2442-02. On the 5th of December 2012, containment of 2442 failed. In recapture, the Foundation was able to mitigate losses thanks to the efforts of Site Director Durarte. Site Director Durarte was able to distract 2442 by providing non-vital information. Containment procedures were updated to accommodate for Site Directors Durate's effective distraction. Excerpts of incident log 2442-02, access to level 5 personnel or above only. Wait, Or above. Whatever. Begin log excerpt.
I did it again.
Oh yeah, only when the last phoenix remains ash. Password accepted. Site director Durate is seen leading SCP-2442 to an interviewing room. He sits on the end of the table as 2442 sits on the other. There are microphones and recording equipment kept online. Durate. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Probably not. But anyway. Durate. So, SCP-2442, what can I do for you today? What would you like to know? I can give you information on anything this facility contains. SCP-2442. You have people, don't you? I think I'd like to hear about them first. I have someone with me who I think would like to hear about them. There is a brief silhouette of a person against one of the walls. The person appears to be sitting on a couch in the room. The silhouette and the couch disappear within 0.5 seconds. Site Director Durate does not appear to notice this. Durate. Yes, here. Site Director Durate shows SCP-2442 a file of SCP data lost on his tablet computer. This is SCP data lost. It's contained in the West Wing. SCP-2442 reads the tablet computer. 2442. Interesting. He's quite young, isn't he? What was his name again? A female voice answers SCP-2442. The name cannot be discerned as the microphone temporarily cuts out. 2442. Ah, right. He was an old friend, wasn't he? Before the accident. You know where he is now, waiting? Maybe you should go see him. Don't worry, it'll be all right. I'm with you. SCP-2442 reaches out and squeezes the air with one hand. A silhouette of a hand and forearm appear in the air as it squeezes. The silhouette disappears 0.9 seconds later. SCP data lost is lost approximately 25 minutes later. Durate. Would you like to see any more? SCP-2442. I would love to. Thanks for being so cooperative without needing an explanation. You're helping someone very important. The full incident log may be found on incident log 2442-02. Access to incident log 2442-02 is restricted to overseer personnel. Unauthorized attempts to access this log will be met with severe punishment by order of the O5 Council. Incident 2442-03. Summary removed by order of O5 Command. Excerpts of Incident Log 2442-03. Access to Overseer clearance only. This is the only when my halls are free of my regrets. Password accepted. This is the excerpt that has been concerning me. It's when Site Director Kahana gets a bit pushier with his questions. If what he says is true, no, it can't be. It definitely can't. Give us a look and tell me your thoughts. 05-9. Begin log excerpt. 2200 hours, so that's 10 p.m. Kahana. Say, 2442. Can I ask you some questions while you skim through the objects we have here? Ask anything you like, Site Doctor. I'll answer as honestly as I can. Kahana. Who are you talking to? Why are they important? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? My goodness, filled with curiosity, aren't you? 2442 laughs. I'll answer you with one of my own. Where is this place? This place is called a site, a place with which the foundation of what? What? No, it's the foundation. SCP-4242. The only foundation here is the one under our feet. The foundation of what exactly? What is it the foundation to? Or perhaps I should ask, who is it the foundation to? Kahana, I don't understand. It's just an organization called the Foundation. It isn't the foundation of something, unless you mean 2442. Ah, and there goes the light bulb. Excuse me, do you mind if I explain everything? Are you ready for that now? 2442 appears to be talking to a corner of the room where a decorative plant sits. The plant moves. The rustling vaguely sounds like a woman whispering, yes. 2442. Listen here, Ravant. I want to show you something. Yes, I know your name, but you already know mine, too. 2442 pulls out a picture from his coat pocket. No such picture was recorded on 2442's person prior to the failure of containment. The photograph is a picture of a woman approximately middle-aged with brown hair and brown eyes. Do you recognize this woman? Kahana, I don't. Yes, I do. I know her. I tutored her when she was young, but that was so long ago, when I was the same age as I am now. That isn't 2442. Revenant, look at me. I am the captain now. Sorry, I can't help myself. Revenant, look at me. Do you recognize me? Who am I? I'm sure you know because you know her so well. Kahana, Dr. Vestager? No, you told me to call you Thomas. Thomas, we're doing this because I had such difficulty in our previous sessions, I remember. Site Director Kahana's voice becomes that of an American woman and remains as such for the remainder of the session. Site Director Kahana is a Punjabi male. Punjabi? Punjabi? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. SCP-2442. That's right. I'm Thomas, your friend. When the first sessions failed, I had to take a deeper look into how your mind has structured itself. It's become fairly clear now why the previous attempts to teach different coping mechanisms didn't work. They had become splinter groups here, competition. I think the personnel called them Kahana, groups of interest? Site Director Kahana begins to cry. Thomas, I'm so sorry. There's so many of them, so many of these memories I've put away that I couldn't handle. I don't know if I can do it. It's too hard. 2442. It's okay, Stacy. We'll get there, bit by bit. You and me, together. You don't have to face all of this alone anymore. Look how much you've already learned to let go, how far you've come. SCP-2442 reaches over and squeezes Site Director Kahuna's left hand. Remember when we started and what I told you? I can only find them. But you? Kahana. I learned to let them go and move on. I know. I'm with you, Thomas. Can we end the session now? There's a bang on the door as agents Redacted arrive on site to return SCP-2442 to its containment. 2442? Of course. Time's just about up now anyways. I'll see you later, Stacy. Remember, if you need anything, you can call me. Agents Redacted break down the door and sedate 2442 without resistance. We have to remember what we are here for. We can't be distracted by a single delusional reality bender. We must maintain stability. We must preserve normalcy. We will perpetuate in order to keep the world from falling apart. Secure, contain, protect. 05-3. No one else must know this. I don't trust anyone else to have as much resolve as we do. Keep him on a normal number. Don't give him anything special and warn people away from investigation. 05-4. He is the delusional one. We maintain stability. We maintain order. We secure the dangers. Contain the unpredictable. Protect the world from knowledge it must not know. The world needs us. She crossed out. It needs us. 05-5.
Yeah, that's not what happens in 5,000. Sorry. I'm sorry.
One sec.
I.
So, from the sounds of it, this is a reality bender that either is in contact with some other entity or is completely delusional and is simply making up these things using their reality bending powers. But nonetheless, it's under the impression that it is helping this other being named Stacy through a whole bunch of trauma, and a part of said working through that trauma is recognizing actual SCPs and then causing them to literally disappear from reality.
Yeah.
All this is to say, where the fuck are we supposed to put this?
It sounds like he's just a very, very unstable reality bender's therapist.
Yeah. Or vice versa. Like he's a reality bender therapist who's unstable to some degree.
Either way, it's bad.
Yeah. So I guess that's the question, is like, obviously the SCP Foundation won't do this, but simultaneously, this guy, depending on the circumstances, could be used to get rid of some seriously dangerous SCPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, just disappear all the bad SCPs.
I do
Yeah.
think like some SCPs, this one won't work with. Well, which
Yeah.
682 and the one you can't talk about.
Yeah. But simultaneously, the issue with that is it seems that it makes its own decisions on what SCPs are to be taken out. So, like, if the other entity actually exists, it has to be an SCP that other entity decides, or rather is somehow related to, or otherwise it's deciding what SCPs are being eliminated. Either way, I don't know where the fuck to put this thing. I'd be willing to say certain group because it affects the Foundation.
Yeah, but
And it's like,
else.
yeah, like it affects the Foundation, and it's caused like some personnel to disappear, but otherwise, like, it doesn't feel like this one's reach is particularly extensive. Extensive. It's not like it's going out and trying to disappear a whole city.
Yeah. But it's also dangerous.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I think certain group works.
Yeah, and it definitely sounds like an absolute bitch to contain.
Aren't all reality benders a bitch to contain?
Most of them, yeah. Although I'd actually, which is more of a pain in the ass to contain, this or The old man. Probably the old man.
Yeah.
Old man.
Yeah. But I feel like this one's like in that caliber of a pain in the ass to contain.
Yeah, I actually had a discussion during my night shift about the old man, like, would Scranton boxes work? And I said probably not, because I don't think that the K is a reality bending power. Which means I don't think Scranton box would stop it.
Yeah. It's less a reality bending power and more kind of like the passive effect of being near this thing / it going in and out of its own little pocket dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's less bending reality and more just affecting reality like any other mundane thing while passing between realities.